Hi everyone, me I Antonio, and today we are explain to the spy in the Cold War. We have the index, we have four parts, we have the introduction, some main spy agencies, spy method and tactics, the spy cat, and the biography. We start with a little bit introduction because I say experience during the Cold War is a secret collection information between the Western Bloc led by the USA and the Eastern Bloc is the URSS to the Russian. Information was a key source. Both sides needed to know the other plans with the enemy, especially military and nuclear plans, without starting a direct war, and so they used spies and secret operations to get those secrets. We started with the main spy agencies. We start with the CIA, the USA, the Central Intelligence Agent, created in 1947, was the main spy agent of the United States. It's the secret mission around the world to get military scientific and political information. Later, we have the KGB to the URSS, and this is the Committee for State Security, was meant to the Soviet spy agency sent to the approximate the 1944. It spied in the other countries are controlled a people inside to the yours, and it is carried this word to the shield to the community party. We have later we have the My 6 to the UK, and this British secret intelligence service working to the outside to the UK. This collect information from other countries. It's working to the CIA, and to the finish we have the Stasi to the East Germany to the Germany, and this means to study security. What to the secret police to Germany. She created around the 1915 and the 1919, and which was to the most repressive agent in the story. It spread everywhere country and also to the west. Now we are explained and some spy method and tactics with this agent spy. We have uh, principal methods: is hidden microphone, cameras, double agent, jet ropes, and spy planets to satellite. Start with the hidden microphones, ya que spies put tiny microphones, his is called books, in rooms, cars, phone, and other one, and is so very creative. Because the CIA emit the cameras are innocent and on normal objects, for example to the clock. And we have two cameras, is the other one very common, with smart cameras, and were used to take photos to the secret document, and we also used microdots, a tiny image to say to the dot to hide the secret information. Later, we have the double agent, ya que a double agent pretends to work to the other one country, but rarely he spies to enemy. For example, our government working to the KGB, but secret help to the British. Later we have that drops, and to avoid mentioned in person, spies left message in high place like a street or metal tube to around. And the last one is the spy planets and satellites, ya que the high altitude the high altitude planes to like to you to fly over enemy's country to take photos. Later, spy summit like to the USA's Corona program to the sun from space. We have a curious that because the CIA use spy cats. What is this? A little cat, a normal cat. He is trained, and later we put a little cameras and microphone and to send to the important reunions. For example, in the 1917, the CIA to make a cat into a spy, they put a tiny microphone and heard a transmit in this body. This plan was to use it to cut listen conversation near the Soviet embrace and put the first toilet cut to be a taxi, and the project cost $1 million to cancel it. Today is a remember was a strange idea to the Cold War. And the last dump we talked are the three most important spies. We have Oleg Government. He was assigned to KGB officer working as double agent to the Britain in the May 6. He got virtual information about the Jews during the 1917 and the 1918s. He helped to prevent the nuclear wars, responding to the Soviet unwarranted attack, and in the 1918s he managed secret escape to the US to help from the UK. Later, we have Altered Ames. He worked to the CIA, but he is paying to the KGB, and he should use secret to the use to the jazz exchange for money. He brought led to death as several American agents, and he arrested in the 1994 to commit espionage. He used his principal use to the cat spies, and he also used a little camera. And the last one is written source. He achieved to who worked to the Japan to the World War II, but his path was also crucial to the start to the Cold War. He informed Stalin about Herman's aircraft after the invasion to the US, and also we executed to the Japanese to the 1944. The KGB and the Soviet government recognized him to the heart most valuable spies. And now we have the biography. Thanks everyone to listen to me, and bye. And in conclusion, the Cold War was not just a battle of weapons, but also a secret vault of information. Spies, hidden gadgets, secret codes, and risky missions were used to both sides to gain an advantage. From smart microphones to spy satellites and even spy cats, the methods were often creative and sometimes strange. Espionage helped avoid direct wars, but it also encouraged a fear to mistreat. In this the end, the spy towards a progressive information to can be the time was Pacific in conflict. And thank for your attention.